All right, so we're back for another deep dive. Today, it's TikTok. Its future, at least in the U.S., is looking a little shaky. You guys sent in some news articles about it, so let's take a closer look. So the big concern right now, it's all about, well, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance. And, well, they're based in China. And that's got the U.S. government a little, let's just say, on edge. They've actually gone and passed this law, and it basically says no more TikTok in the U.S., straight up ban. And get this, the ban kicks in on January 19th, 2025, one day before the next president takes office. Pretty interesting timing, if you ask me. But, the government's main argument here boils down to, you guessed it, national security. There's this fear, right, that the Chinese government could, get their hands on user data through ByteDance. I mean, that's a lot of data. Now, TikTok, they're pushing back hard, saying, hey, we operate independently, we keep your data safe. But, well, the U.S. government isn't entirely convinced. And then you've got this is where it gets juicy. Former President Trump, remember him?
He's all about banning TikTok during his first go-around. But now he's filed this request with the Supreme Court to actually delay the ban.
Yeah.
Delay it. Kind of a plot twist, right? What makes it even more interesting is that, well, Trump's on TikTok now. He's a user. And he's got, a massive following, something like 14.7 million followers. Makes you think, doesn't it? So, what's his reasoning for the delay? Well, he says, it'll give his potential, maybe incoming administration, more time to figure this thing out, find a solution that, addresses the security concerns without totally stomping on people's First Amendment rights. And there are a lot of people we're talking about here. I mean, almost 170 million TikTok users in the U.S. alone. I know we got to talk about the First Amendment for a sec. I mean, what does it have to do with an app, right? Well, the First Amendment, it's all about free speech. And some folks, they're arguing that, hey, if you ban TikTok, you're basically saying people can't express themselves freely online. It's, it's a tangled web, this whole thing. So where are we at now? The Supreme Court stepping in, said to hear arguments on January 10th, 2025. Big questions on the table. Is this law even constitutional? Are we sacrificing free speech for security? What happens to all those TikTokers if the ban sticks? It's a big deal, folks. This case, it could totally change how we think about the internet in the U.S., data privacy, the government's role in tech, freedom of speech in the digital age. It's all connected. So what's going to happen? Will they uphold the ban? Change it? Throw it out entirely? And what will that tell us about, where we're headed with all this? It's a cliffhanger, folks. Definitely something to keep an eye on. And it's going to do it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep diving. Keep those brains working. See you around.